Wrinkle in Time is based on a classic book, also called A Wrinkle in Time, and it's directed by Ava DuVernay. This was a beautiful looking and well-intentioned movie that is dreadfully boring, and I didn't really enjoy it. It is a challenge to sit through this movie, and that's a shame because the story begins decently strong. We see a young girl named Meg being bullied at school and is sad because her father's been missing for 4 years, and Meg's younger brother, Charles Wallace, who was probably the most entertaining character, shows compassion for Meg and is a really smart kid. At this point in the movie, I thought that this had potential to be something really great. We have some likable, charismatic young actors who are dealing with pain, and I really felt that. However, this interesting setup quickly comes to a complete stop when we're introduced to 3 astral travelers named Miss Who, Miss What's-It, and Miss Witch. These mystical characters are as confusing as their names sound, and they lead Meg, Charles Wallace, and Meg's crush Calvin to find the main character's father from a piece of black smoke that is supposed to be the personification of evil called the It. And that's the plot. The It is basically like the nothing from the Never-Ending Story, which this movie had elements that reminded me of the Never-Ending Story, but this film is so abstract and confusing to follow. The characters go through several obstacles so quickly and easily that nothing ever felt like it was a realistic or a difficult challenge. Now, I have not read the book, so I'm thinking that maybe they tried to shove everything that was in the book into this movie, but the plot just feels very rushed. The world that Wrinkle in Time tries to set up doesn't feel very real because so many rules and parameters are made up as the story is progressing. There's no sense of urgency or risk with anything that the characters were doing because I didn't think the world was a very well-defined place. It really felt like anything could happen, and so when the characters are in a situation that should have been life-threatening, I just sat there bored, waiting for an unbelievable solution to come up. This dialogue-heavy plot has characters that will only be relatable to a younger audience, but I don't know if really young kids will want to sit through this. There's so much talking needed to explain what is going on and how this world actually works. Now, I said this at the beginning of my review. The film is beautiful and very colorful, well saturated. I liked the visuals. However, there's some CGI elements that were laughable, particularly when Reese Witherspoon turns into a flying piece of lettuce that the kids ride on. I couldn't help but laugh. I thought it was pretty funny looking. Aside from this though, the movie looks really stunning. I wasn't drawn into this movie. I will say both my friends that I went to go see this with really liked it and they couldn't believe that I was bored. So you might want to give it a chance, but I can't recommend you spend your money on it. It has decent performances from young actors Storm Reid and Derek McCabe as Meg and Charles Wallace, but besides that and the visuals, this movie was a convoluted mess. I'm going to give A Wrinkle in Time a C-. I love talking about movies, but one thing I love more is talking about movies with you. So leave a comment if you have any questions or have an opinion you'd like to share regarding A Wrinkle in Time. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, you can click right here for more icy and chilly EskimoTV reviews.